Let's go to the Great White Way because it's time for Corner Table, our exclusive theater review segment. It features legendary critic John Simon and newcomer Justin Brown. Simon wrote for New York Magazine for more than 35 years. He's also been featured in other places, including the New York Times and the Washington Post. Justin is an actor and a director who also reviews plays. Tonight they look at a new musical called Gettin' the Band Back Together.
Hello, Corner Table friends. Hello, John.
Hi there.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Great. Today we're talking about getting the band back together. John, what did you think? Initial thoughts?
My initial thought is that they should have left the band where it was and not gotten it together.
Yeah. So let's give you guys some background on this show. It is a book by Ken Davenport, who most of their work is in production as a producer.
Well, hold it there. He is a well-known producer and a pretty decent producer. As a result, two things happen. Because he's a well-known producer, he can get the thing on Broadway.
Yep.
But because he's not a writer, it's a piece of garbage when it does get on Broadway.
And it also, his book is with the assistance of an improv group called the Grundle Shots, with additional material by Sarah Salzberg and music and lyrics by Mark Allen. This is tragic, to say the least. And there's just so many things going on that feel like they should never be seen, in my opinion. And that's me. I don't think I have ever felt so viscerally turned off by a piece of theater to review on this segment in my entire life.
I think it's the stupidest script I've ever read, without exception, and I've seen tons of scripts. This one shows several things, among other, that it was assembled from bits and pieces from that improv group, and that those bits and pieces had nothing to do with one another. They were just thrown together in a heap, and they didn't produce any structure, they didn't produce any solidity, any unity, any grip.
I agree. I think also for me, what was really difficult about kind of sitting here and being able to enjoy this is that it felt like every middle-aged New Jersey white fantasy, male specific. It kind of is mind-boggling to me that there were any women involved in the creation of this piece at all, if I'm being 100% honest. I think it is regressive if we think about the ways that Broadway theater has been trying to be more progressive, diverse, inclusive, and I don't think that having a young, teenage, white male character presented as a gangsta thug is at all helpful, especially when we use the word thug in the material. In addition to that, the one person of color that really speaks the most, and that's barely, is an Indian guy, who then makes a Palestinian-Jewish conflict joke at a Jewish wedding. It was just, there were so many things. I felt more than anything, though, with the scenic design by Derek McLean, that I wanted it to be an animated Netflix musical that I never have to be forced to see.
Well, the one person who was recognizable was Mary Lou Hanna,
right?
But she's playing the mother of a 40-year-old guy. And even though she may be old enough, she doesn't look it. She looks younger, she looks attractive, she looks as if she should be a leading lady and not a mother.
Yeah.
And not a mother of an older, much older man.
I do think there was one performance that made sitting in the seat bearable.
Which?
And I think that was Jay Clates, who plays the friend
Yeah, well,
who
if
sleeps
you're
with the
that
mom.
big and that fat, you're funny automatically.
Well, I don't agree with that, but I do think that he had the best material out of any of the characters, and everything else felt a little more forced. He felt like he was giving a more genuine concept of the presented caricature out of everybody else. So all in all, to wrap this up, y'all, I think it's going to be a big no-no from me and John. Am I right?
I'm right, and you're right, and you're both right.
God bless the cast and creatives behind the show, but it's not something that we would recommend, Corner Table friends. Have a great night.
Up next, a four-wheel American icon, the Ford Mustang. Ford celebrating the 10 millionth Mustang made in the U.S. We've got the story of the very first one that was ever sold and its original owner who's had that car since 1964.